Hi, happy Sunday. This is my Sunday cleaning clothes look, hence no makeup. I'm looking like I just don't care, because when I'm cleaning I just don't care. I am still at this stage of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, although I'm not quite sure whether it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back. What have I been doing today? Well, yesterday and today I have been sorting out the paperwork from the mountains and mountains of paperwork. You know, the stuff that arrives and you think, yeah, I'll read that later, or yeah, that could be important, I'll sort it out later, and I just tend to put it in drawers and put it in piles everywhere. And Sue's like, I want all that moved. I thought it'll take me a day. That's all it'll take me. Huh. I underestimated the power of my overwhelming paperwork. Anyway, I put in the recycling, all the things that were unimportant, that didn't have my name on them and stuff like that. They've all gone in the recycle. And then I've had to sort out all the other stuff, you know, the ones that have personal things, personal details on them, stuff like that. So nobody was around because it's quite late. It's about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I've got an incinerator in the back garden, which I know it's pretty antisocial using it, but I popped all the other paperwork in there and set fire to it. There's nobody out the back anyway, so there's nobody to annoy. The kids next door at the bottom, they don't seem to be in today, so probably gone out for the day somewhere. So it's puffing away there. I wouldn't have thought a pile of papers would take so long to burn, but they seem to be in the smouldering mood. A bit like me, you know, smouldering. As she says, with no makeup on, no hair done, and in her old raggy stuff, so I can't be smouldering today. If you wonder what I'm drinking, it's just a banana milk. Don't know why, but whenever I'm doing chores and that, I get thirsty. Right, what am I up to? Well, as you know, I was doing this, still not stitched up, but pieces are done, so I call it done. Out of a magazine, which was Inside Crochet. I went to Tesco's today to get my food shopping in, but there was no new crochet books that I didn't have, so couldn't get one. Anyway, it was that one. Claudia's had done it as well. And I'm doing mine in Stylecraft double knitting. So, I mean, Denise Deer says she thinks it's a little bit fine for double knit. Maybe it is. But anyway, I did it. I haven't stitched it together, as you can see. That's done as far as I'm concerned. But there was no way I was going to try and get that. It probably would fit me if it was stretched. But I don't like the stretched look, you know. When it looks like it's straining at the seams, I'm not keen on that look. I think it makes you look fatter. I'm sorry if you like that. That look, but if you've got a lovely figure, it's fine. But if you're fat like me, then when it's stretched beyond its limits, it's not pretty. So anyway, that was it. So I'm going to finish up stitching it up, go around the armholes and do what I've got to do, but that'll be going on Etsy. So what did I do? Right, I'm almost finished. Mark 2. She says she's got a crocheting hook stuck in it. Yeah. That, by the way, is a part of a flexi roller. They're the best things ever for making your hooks a bit more padded. Right, that's the piece I'm up to. I've got one more colour missing. This is the piece I've just completed. It's got all the colours on it, and as you can see, it's much more my size without much straining. It'll meet round the sides without straining. All I have to hope is that that bit doesn't bulge in the middle, but it doesn't look as though it's going to. Every time I do anything with a circle, I always finish up with like a bullseye effect, you know. But hopefully won't on this occasion. So that's what it is. I added another colour in there, another circle, But as you know, you've probably gathered, I had to wing it after that because, of course, none of the stitches worked out after that. And that is a different colour because I didn't have enough of the colour I'd used on the other one. So that's a colour with a bit of sparkle, bit of sparkling. So that's my version anyway. So the prototype will be going on it, see when I get around to it. Not a lot going on really. Still plodding on. All the books have made their way upstairs now, but they're not on the shelves. They're all over the floor in the craft room at the moment. But they have made their way, as you can see, where I'm sitting. There's no units here. And do you like my flowers, by the way? Aren't they lovely? Gorgeous. I got them last week from Tesco's. So, yeah, I just went up to Tesco's to get some food in. You know, it does help if you have a bit of food in, doesn't it? Not that I'm much of a cook, I'm a pretty rubbish cook, but, you know, I do my best. So, tonight, if you want to know what I'm having for my dinner tonight, or tea, whatever you call it, the evening meal. I'm having baked potato with cheese, and I've got some, what have I got? I've got broccoli, I've got sweet corn to choose from, one of the two. And I've got pork chop. So that's what I'm having for my dinner tonight. I'm not hungry at the moment, so it will be kind of a late meal. I had a brunch, a late brunch. I treated myself to a brunch while I was out. I had mushrooms on, you know, they're like toasties that they do at Costa. They probably do wherever you are. And they had Emmental cheese, I think it was, mushrooms and something else, and they're on a toaster. They're rather nice. And of course I had to have my mango and passion fruit cooler on the way home. Would have been me without that. And then this morning I heard Tony shouting me. And there I was in my dressing gown, you know, total slut. And I went out to see what it was, and they were giving me a lovely round glass table and 4 chairs, you know, for my decking. So I'm all posh. I don't care being second-hand Rose. Bring it on, bring it on. Well, you don't have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of pride, do you? So, my units, those little cube things with the doors, there's a site near me on the internet, and it's saying something about Help Peeps, it's called, or something. Maybe it's wherever you are, they have a similar thing. And it's just people who are willing to help you do something. And I just said, was anybody willing to help me start to put together these cubes, because I am so useless with flat pack furniture. If somebody starts me off kind of thing and shows me what to do, then I'm not too bad, you know. But all the bending down and the stretching and the, you know, because I can't kneel on either of my knees. I said that to the surgeon actually last time I went down to the knee surgeon. I said, I can't kneel down. He said, well, no, you never will. No, you had a knee replacement, you won't kneel. That wasn't told to me. You won't kneel. Oh well, just one of life's little pleasures, and I just thought it was just me. But apparently he said, no, you don't kneel. Anyway, somebody's answered my plea and said they live in the next town to me and they're willing to come and help me. So I left my phone number, on a private message of course, not on the whole site. And I'm going to wait and see whether she phones me. It's a nice lady. So I'm hoping she's willing to give me a little bit of a lift with it. Things are getting together slowly, but as Sue said, you know, you can tell we're making a pace with it. So I'm hoping that when she comes this week, I'll have managed to get the books on the shelf. But tomorrow I've got to go to see the bloke who does the injections in my back, so I'm not having another one just yet, but I think he just wants to see how I got on with it. So Sorry about that, but I'm really thirsty. No, I've not been on a bender drinking lots of alcohol. It's just thirsty. Somebody's mowing a lawn out there, if you can hear it. Yeah, well this will be, I've only got one chair here at the moment because I've still got 2 little units over there. But this will be where the chairs were going to be. They'll be flatter to the wall. I turned this round so I could get the camera in a bit better. The knitting machines will have to stay down here for a while because there's just nowhere I can put them in the craft room. Maybe later when the stash goes down a bit, I'll have more room up there. She says, hopefully. The knitting machines need a good clean anyway, so if they have a good clean then maybe possibly I might actually use them. Because we're not talking about how many cones of machine cones I've got in the garage. When I say all my stash is going to be in the craft room, I mean all the stash that was in the other little room. I don't mean all the stash that's in the garage. Because we're not talking about that. That's just between me and you. But there's a pile in the garage still. But in the garage it's just all the oddballs, part balls, machine cones. There's not any quantity of yarn in there, if you know what I'm saying. So when I get these white units up there, I'll be able to fit some. Well, I'll be able to fit all the wool that's still in totes or whatever. I'm hoping to get that fitted into shelving and then I can get the totes out of there. I'm back in the garage, but there won't be any more of them this time, they will be empty. I've been using the empty totes that I had so far. I'm going to use them to put my my finished crocheted garments in, so I have to fold them up neatly and put the lid down. At the moment they're in like laundry bags with the zipper across, but it makes it very difficult because you know you're trying to see what's in what bag, and you know you put them all in neatly and like that. By the time you've gone looking for something, they're not neat anymore. And so this is why I want to put them in boxes now, because I can see through the sides to see what colour of garment I'm looking for, you know, what's been sold and that I can see. So that's what I've got to do next, and they have got a place in the bottom of that wardrobe, so they'll be all out of the way in the bottom of the wardrobe. I am making progress, very slowly, and I will take you on a tour when it's done, but it's nowhere near done at the moment. In fact, it looks worse now than what it did when I started, if you know what I'm saying. But we're getting there. I'm the tortoise, not the hare. I'm not built for speed. Oh dear. Anyway, I've not got a lot really to say to you. I just thought I'd better show my face because I hadn't been on since Sue came. Sue did say she would see me next week, but she didn't say what date. So it can't be tomorrow because I've got an appointment. And it can't be Friday because I'm going on a family reunion. Not seen one of my cousins since, I think, before I got married, which was 1968. So I doubt we'll recognise each other. Luckily there'll be plenty of other people to introduce me. She lives partly in Spain now, so that's why I don't see her. She lived in Sheffield after she got married, and then she went to live in Spain. So that's what I'm going to be doing next week, apart from doing more tidying, more cleaning. And Sue kept saying, stop buying flowers and then you can buy a new Hoover. I'm not buying a new Hoover. Nothing wrong with my Hoover, it was a wedding present in 1968. As Sue said, it's time you got another one. I like my Hoover. I've got another one, an Electrolux, but you only have to run over an eyelash and it snaps the belt, so it's not my favourite. It's supposed to be lighter for me to push, but I don't find it so actually. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to run the Hoover around the front room before I start my dinner. And I hope you've all had or having a good weekend, because it might not be over in certain parts of the world. And happy birthday to Fatima and to Rosita. They had their birthdays the other day. And somebody else I know had a birthday, so happy birthday to whoever it is who had a birthday this week, that's just gone. I did wish them happy birthday on Facebook, but anyway, I'm going to go before I start waffling again. I've nothing much else to tell you. I don't lead a very exciting life. I was thinking that, you know, with these people who are doing a vlog a day, I managed to do it once. But you'd be very, very bored this last month because I've not really done hardly anything at all. Oh, the children are laughing. It's a nice sound, isn't it, when you hear children laughing and playing. Yes. So, I'm going to go. So I'll say cheers with my banana milk. And I've not got any yarn to show you because I'm still trying hard not to buy any yarn. I've not had anything new to show you. Again, I'm trying hard not to. At the moment, the only things I'm buying are things that I need, like, you know, to complete my reorganisation, I'll say. Not tidying up, reorganisation of everywhere. So once it's all done, I will give you a grand tour. But you might have to wait a while, because I'm not moving very fast. I don't know where my get up and go's gone. I think I'm beginning to realise I am getting older and things are taking me longer. But the thing is, your mind doesn't go any older. Your mind still thinks you can do it. And it's only when you physically start to do it you realise that you're not capable. You know, you're not physically capable of doing all these things that your mind sets. My mind sets challenges for me every morning. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But that's while I'm still laying in bed. And then when I get up and I've washed the dishes and had my shower and done various things, I think, that's it now for the day. I might do one chore and that's it. But I'm really looking forward to getting the house straight. And then it will be easier to keep clean and tidy, won't it? Looking forward to that day. But as you say, you know what Hope did? Hope died. In my case, Hope hasn't died. Hope is just limping along. It's a bit poorly at the moment, but it's limping along. Anyway, hopefully you'll see another video from me and hopefully with Sue later in the week. You might actually get another video from me if I've got anything to show you. You know, who knows? You might get a revelation that I've actually put the books on the bookshelf in the craft room. Yay, me! Well, the kids are now starting to yell, so I think it's time for me to go. You know, it's not so bad when they're laughing and they're playing, but when they start screaming at one another, it gets a little overpowering. So, bye from me. Have a happy, happy Sunday. Bye now.